just going to, sorry PC, I just can't get it. You might go down and see Scotty and see if he can sort that out for you, mate, just while this junior race is on. We've got a mic that's not working down there, Scotty, so we'll get that going. But kids are up and about. There's only 3 out there, so I think this is a couple of our learner drivers, for want of a better term, out there doing just a warm up. They're under green flag conditions now, so they'll go through and do a warm up, get a feel for where the course actually lies here this weekend. We're running the sausage style course. Are you working, PC?
Morning, Bisho. Am I working?
I think you're working. Hello, mate. Good morning. Welcome. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy 2025. Oh, exciting times ahead.
I tell you what, it's frightening, isn't it, PC? I'm starting to feel old, mate.
Hello, Mr. Krusic.
We've got Dan Krusic rocking into the commentary box. Always a pleasure. Crusader, I haven't even seen it yet. Where are you parked up?
Right in front of you, mate. Just down there.
So...
Oh, there she is down there. Okay. Well, PC, let's have a chat to Dan while the kids are running around here.
Absolutely. So, Dan Krusic, welcome to Lake Eppalock and welcome back to the sport. How long has it been since you've been in the GP?
Well, I'd like to say a couple of years, but it's 22 years since I last raced. So I've done a few laps in old Sadie and she's going all right. So hopefully we'll have a good day. It's the water seems pretty good, so it should be nice.
Dan, sorry, PC, but Dan, I just noticed you ran at Glen Maggie. It had a few issues. It was going well, but then it was sort of cutting out. But by the end of the day, you seemed to sort that problem out. The boat looked really good. What was going on with it?
The issue was only minor, but the trouble is you can't change too many things at once. So it's one thing at a time. So you'd have to change it, go for a run. If it didn't work, it looks bad. So it was just a succession of events we had to go through. But yeah, look, the other day we ran it, and it put a little bit of footage up on my site, and it was about 6,200 revs. It was 70% throttle and 155 miles an hour. So if I can do that today, I'll be pretty happy. But the course is quite short for us, so it'll make it a little bit exciting.
Yeah, the big Rolls-Royce Merlin probably, which is about... have you driven the Connection, mate?
No, it scares the bejesus out of me. The thing is with that thing, you can hear it coming. You hear the swooshing of the water before the engine gets past you. But, mate, if I'm in front, I won't have that problem, hopefully. But, you know, we've got to get the runs on the board. You know, it's an all-new concept for me. So it's a new boat. Although I've driven hydroplanes for a long time, it's totally different to what I'm used to. So yeah, but I'm that old now. I've got to screw my helmet on. That's how wrinkly I am. But a few grey hairs. But look, at the end of the day, it should be a bit of fun. It should be good fun, I think. So yeah.
So just tell us a little bit about the boat itself. It's the ex-Radical Rat, and you've acquired it. What changes have you made to it, if any? I know there's a lot of work has gone into it. Last time we would have seen Radical Rat was when, unfortunately, it had a fire at Yarrawonga. Lots of work's been put into it. So just tell us a little bit about the program that went into getting it back on the water.
It was a hell of a program. So we started off, I watched the Hydro Thunder series and love it. Absolutely love what the Kiwis do. And I got a little bit keen. I thought I wouldn't mind having a go again. So Rob Fraser rang me. He said, look, it's not for sale, but if you want to buy it, it's yours. So I went and checked it out, and they've done a fair bit of work to it. But yeah, it's taken us 2 years of just going through every single thing. So it's basically a brand new boat, and we haven't changed anything. It's still direct drive. I don't find the need to reinvent the wheel. It used to run good, and I've watched a lot of videos to figure out how to drive it. But it takes some muscles to turn the thing.
Hey boys, so I'm just going to interrupt for a second because we've got the final lap coming up of our juniors at the moment, and we've got the Budlight having an absolutely epic battle here with the Flat Out that's on the outside. And I'll tell you what, young Jed Howard in the Little Liberty doing a fantastic job in his first race. He's going to come through and pick up third, but it's a drag race to the line, and it's going to be the Budlight. Junior Harry Meads taking the win over Chase Hamilton in the Flat Out, and Jed Howard, first race, third place, plastic gold. We love it, don't we, boys? Sorry, boys, back to Dan.
Mate, you got to commentate with the juniors. Great race. There was nothing between the whole way around the track. So you said that you love what the Kiwis are doing. Is that what's motivated you to come back?
Very much so. Yeah, what they're doing is incredible for the sport worldwide. Like the effort those guys put in. It'd be nice if we could replicate it over here. It's a big ask to do it over here. But look, at the end of the day, hopefully this will promote things. Like Clarkie's down there in 101. He just wants to drive near me, and I want to do a few laps near him. You know, so it's a really nice setup. And if we can do that, then at the end of the day, that might promote one or two more. When Harrow gets back on the water, then there's three.
Yep.
So it should be quite good.
I was pretty excited to see the entry list today, to be honest, mate, because, you know, you throw Harrow in there and we've really got something special going on. But National Drivers' Championship also, a couple of two-round championship this year for the GPs, which is pretty exciting as well, plus TV.
Yep, correct. And I think that's a plus for the sport, you know. So at the end of the day, if it can grow from that. So back in the day when we had 4 GPs running around, there was always 1 or 2 extras, and that made it good. It really promoted things, and then that got people to get their 6 litres going, and the 1.6s were up and going, and it was really exciting stuff back then. So if we can replicate that, but it's the cost, it's the effort, it's the politics, everything's gone that next level, you know, which is, in my opinion, only my opinion, has made it a little bit difficult, because being out of sport for so long, man, I've had to jump through some hurdles to get here. And you just take it for granted every year you do that. But when you're out of it, oh my Lord.
Yeah, it's true, mate. I made an attempt to come back to ski racing after a couple of years off, and you're right, you do your medical every couple of years, and you do your cell tests, and you do all that stuff, and when you have to do everything in one hit to come back, that's when it's, oh geez, this is a lot, you know. But to say that, mate, to be honest, like from when you were racing last, I think the sport's so much safer now as well. So, you know, it's great.
I'm actually just confused why you tried to get back into ski racing at your age.
I'm stupid, clearly.
No, look, at the end of the day, there is certain reasons to make it safer, and I get that. I get that 100%. You've got a couple of things that constrain people. That's probably the issue. Whereas in the olden days, if you had a fast ski boat, you'd go out and you'd have your first club day, and that's the thing of the past club days as well. You know, it's sad that it's gone that way. You know?
Look, it's the age of litigation, unfortunately, mate, and everyone's terrified about insurance companies and terrified about getting sued, and you know, no, you can't have an accident anymore. It has to be someone's fault, doesn't it? So
I think went through that.
Just the world we live in, I think, Dan, and I think hats off to the people, the clubs and the APBA that have to go through all this red tape to just try and get boats on the water, just to comply with everything that you have to comply to now. It's pretty hard.
It's actually, this morning I went up and opened the doors of the tractors, shook the tractor driver's hand, said thank you to the ladies, because without the volunteers, I don't think people realise it just doesn't happen. It takes a massive, massive effort to make this happen, and we should appreciate that as drivers, because without them, we've got nothing.
Well, you can't do it, can you? I mean, at the end of the day, and how good is it that you can come here and you know that there's divers on course, there's people that know what they're doing. If you do put the boat over, they're going to get you out, you're going to be okay. You know, all of that stuff doesn't just happen. You know, it's a lot of work involved.
And there's cost involved in everything we do these days. You know, nothing's for nothing, which is unfortunate. But no, look, it should be a nice day. Hopefully the wind just settles down a little bit more and we'll be happier. But
forecast is to settle, mate, and I think this is just nice hydroplane water now.
I think so. I guess we'll see when we get out there, won't we?